Film crews of Reddit. Who are the meanest actors/actresses you have worked with? Most names I have worked with have been pretty nice. In most businesses, being nice helps you work again and be successful. The mean and petty actors are usually the nobodies. Positive story. Harrison Ford has a rep for being awesome. I heard a story about him helping crew carry gear up a 5th floor walk up. I was on Hollywood Boulevard and I saw Quentin Tarantino. And he was walking the opposite direction as I, has really tall. And while we were passing I said, "Hey Tarantino." And he stopped, turned around and said hi. I was kinda starstruck, because I didn't think he was going to stop and talk to me. After about 10 seconds I said I loved Pulp Fiction. He laughed, shook my hand, and said thank you. He was a nice guy. Jennifer Lopez. Not me, but my friend was in Jersey Girl as a child, and she said she had a fervent prima donna attitude. My sister worked with her in Made in Manhattan, and said the same thing. Very condescending and abusive of the power of fame. Edit. I didn't expect this comment to get the response that it did, so I just called up my friend to clear some things up. As it turns out, she was originally up for the child lead, Ben Affleck's character's daughter, but she lost it to a girl named Raquel. She ended up filling in for Raquel in some shots as a stand-in. JLo gets my vote also. Ben Affleck is hella cool tough. So is Matt Damon. Sting is great too. Rosario Dawson seemed like the nicest and most down-to-earth person. Christina Hendricks is nice, but I don't think most people here at Reddit wouldn't even recognize her if they saw her in person. Arnold Schwarzenegger is surprisingly approachable. Bill Clinton is smooth as you think he is. Up close it's seriously unbelievable. John Boner is a lot smarter than he appears in public. George W. Bush is pretty much exactly like how you think he is. Lines Cool J is great, super inspirational. Oh yeah. Sir Michael Caine is awesome. Rob Lowe. He caused multiple issues in our city. He got a new lady to do his wardrobe for him because the first one was a little overweight. Said he wouldn't work with obese people. And he got angry at a bar one night that our shitty Canadian TV interrupted his basketball game for an address from the president, or whatever they are called, even though he was watching a channel from North Dakota. And every day on set, just a total bag of douches, wouldn't talk to anyone, say hi, smile, nothing. Just terrible. On the complete opposite spectrum, I have worked with Cillian Murphy. He was awesome as all hell. He would bum smokes off the crew, but then would always hang out with the crew, and had real casual conversations with everyone. Cool guy. Zooey Deschanel. Not mean, but insincere and a diva. Never thanked crew people for anything. Claimed she ran 5 miles every day, but then complained after 4 takes of a scene running across a room to a window. Just generally did not treat anyone, except a few other actors, like real people. A friend of mine works in the industry. Will Ferrell is awesome. Sylvester Stallone is an asshole and made Dolph Lundgren cry by calling him a fucking retard in front of everyone because he was having trouble with some lines. Everyone makes fun of Stallone's chicken legs behind his back. Quentin Tarantino and Christoph Waltz are awesome guys too. I can't really remember any other horror stories he's told me. Did hear I work in camera. Here's a list of people I've worked with and my opinions about them. Tom Hardy, nicest man on the planet, so long as you don't try to exploit him for your own personal gain. Aka do something that's not in his contract. Noomi Rapace, fidgets a lot, somewhat nice but has a short temper, and not a lot of patience. James Gandolfini, really sweet man, although he's very method, and when a scene calls for him to be a dick, don't talk to him. Jesse Eisenberg, stuck up brat, but strangely nice at the same time. Mark Ruffalo, very down to earth yet quiet individual. Andrew McCarthy, total asshole, can't say anything nice about that guy. Bill Hader, amazing guy to work with, would hang out with a crew and crack jokes all day long on set. Kristen Wiig, slightly diva-ish, not really approachable at all, but very nice when she asks you a question. Danny Pudi, incredible guy, loves to joke around, very good actor too. Aduela Kinoyak Beige, Mr. Echo, extremely intelligent man and very proud of his work. Loved working with that guy, he always made a point to say hi to all the crew members every day on set. Jennifer Hudson, showed up, did her job, left. Didn't really interact with her at all. Steven Dorff, diva, complains a lot, won't work unless he somehow interjects what he wants in the scene, but otherwise really nice. James Woods, exactly how Family Guy portrays him. Walton Goggins, total fucking douchebag method actor. Used to be his biggest fan, until I worked with him, and he has no regard for anyone who works with him. Total dick. Jason Bateman, kinda a douchebag, but cracks jokes, so you can't tell if he's serious or not. Overall, meh. Will Dafoe, amazing actor, super nice guy, we talked about baseball a lot, super method. Michael C. Hall, awesome dude. Would go out drinking with the crew after set every day. Even if he was done early he would wait around and help out where he could. Lucy Liu, total bitch but she was nice to me. Peter Fonda, love that man. He's a grumpy old man in a fun sort of way. Brie Larson, made friends with her, hung out with her a few times after the show ended. Never heard from her again. She's actually very delightful and a pleasure to work with. Very professional and knows her shit. Kane Hodder, really fucking weird dude who only has his own agenda in mind. Danielle Harris, worked with her 6 times now. Super awesome chick who does her job and helps where she can, but has been doing this a long time and doesn't have patience for amateur hour. Robert England, creepy as fuck, nice guy, will try to scare you as much as possible on set. Eric Roberts, probably one of my favorite actors as he's really into the whole acting thing, even if it's an indie movie. He gets it, understands what it takes to make a movie, and will work with you to get you through the day. Very smart man. Alan Ruck, still friends with him, fucking awesome dude. Corey Feldman, was nice to me, total dick to the producer. Daniel Lutz, not an actor, but famous for the Amityville horror events. Super awesome guy, can play guitar like no one I've ever met, curses, smokes, tells it like it is, really fucking nice dude. Edit, a few others that I'll add. Lena Headey, super delightful and bubbly person. Loves anything about pirates, and has a fascination about playing a role that involves wearing an eye patch. Would hang out in the editing room all the time to watch what we were doing. Also fun note, this was my first movie ever, and had no idea who she was. Pretty awesome to see her on GOT when I was able to hang out and talk to her for a few weeks on the movie. Kevin Gage, has a great big heart and a phenomenal actor. Is super easy to work with and gives his all in every performance. I hope he does more acting work, he needs to be on screen more often. Thomas Dekker, very bouncy personality and very headstrong. Does a 180 from being able to act and then goof off right as he's done acting. Lucas Till, worked with him when he was 16, now I feel old. Worked with him again on Fear Clinic, and he remembered me from a few years prior. Very nice kid and hope the fame doesn't go to his head. My dad has been a cop for forever, and in the city we used to live in there was a big pretty famous theater. They had a huge premiere for There's Something About Mary when it came out, and he was put in charge of the security detail. He hung out with Ben Stiller for a while, and said he was awesome, and Cameron Diaz was very sweet. He sent Ben Stiller down the street for wieners when he asked what was good to eat at that hour of the night. I don't think he was disappointed. Scott Stapp, however, is an ass. He refused pictures and autographs at a pool party hosted by Creed. Wouldn't come out of his little band members only area unless the band was doing photos or a promo on something. His food wasn't hot enough, too greasy, the room smelled weird, just one thing after another. Gary Busey isn't mean, but he is really nuts on set. Give him a loaded gun with blanks, and he'll wave it around at people while stopping the entire crew to tell uncomfortably inappropriate jokes. Michael Bay is probably the worst person I've ever worked with. Raging asshole, loves screaming/swearing through a bullhorn when he's not throwing it at people just feet away in every single department just to see people scurry like ants. Does not care if his setup's in danger or kill people. Eddie Izzard and Kerry Washington are some of the most genuinely nice professionals out there. LeVardis Burton Jr. is one of the coolest lifers out there. Dude is real people. Seen Penn seriously gets in moods and fucks with people when he's in character. I had a small part in 21 grams and was told, don't talk to Mr. Penn. Don't approach Mr. Penn. Don't look Mr. Penn in the eyes. So he proceeded to stand extremely close to me and exhale his cigarette in my face. It was intimate. A few extras got booted that day because he was in character.